what's up? It is Becca. I apologize if the lighting is a little weird. I'm sitting in front of my bedroom window right now, which I have pink curtains up, so there's like kind of a pink hue coming through. So, for today's video, I'm excited to do a first impressions / swatch video. Now, I have actually just used this palette on my eyes, and the palette that I'm going to be speaking about today is the palette that I received for free in my second BH Cosmetics order unboxing video, and that is going to be the Royal Affair palette. If you ordered over $25 worth of BH Cosmetics products from their website, they sent you a free gift, and this was included. So really quick, I'm going to show you guys a close-up. This was the first time I used this palette, so you can see how a look would perform on the eyes versus just arm swatches. So I'm going to take my glasses off and show you guys up close. I don't know how well you can see because this is my front camera instead of my back camera, but I used 4 different shades from the palette on my eyes. And let me see about moving this to see if that helps at all. There we go. Okay. So you can kind of see like the shimmer in the center. Also, the lashes that I am wearing, I spoke about in my mink lashes for only $1 video. These are from the company Dollar Lash Club. These are the style Robin. They're full but natural looking, so they are awesome. I really like them. They're super comfortable, and they are mink lashes for only $1. I've used them so far, the 3 pairs that I got in multiple makeup looks, which you can see on my Instagram, which is Hair and Beauty by Becca. So go check that out. I will also put that down in the description bar. I apologize, my hair is a mess right now. I've not done my hair today. So let's get into the swatches. Just like my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil swatch video, I will be making sure my arm is clean. My fingers are clean because we don't want any extra oils or anything to affect the way that the shadows are going to perform in the arm swatches. Now, arm swatches are not accurate of what you will see on your eyes. They may not show up as pigmented necessarily on my arm as they will on my eyes, because on my eyes I also have a concealer, which I used today. 2 different concealers. I used the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Tawny, and I used the Urban Decay Cosmetics Eye Primer Potion in Eden, and to cut my crease I used the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer in Medium Light. So these swatches will be no primer, no concealer, just my fingers and my bare arm. So this is a 20 color palette, and one thing I really liked about this palette is that all of the shade names are under each shadow. This is what the palette looks like. It's really pretty. It's got kind of like a watercolor sparkle photo to it. So this has a net weight of 0.77 ounces or 22 grams, which means that each product is slightly more than a gram each. When you open it, you have your plastic piece here. I love the color scheme of this palette as well. It's got a lot of interesting colors.
So at some point, I tried to hold her hand.
So I will show you that right now.
She yelled at me. She pushed me out of the booth. Because you touched her hand?
Alright, so we have, I will name each shade as I go along. I will do the one swipe and one down swatch. Alright, so let's get started. The first shade, I'm going to go from top to bottom and then continue on. So the first shade we're doing, this is great transition shade. This is called Rain. So that is here. Next up, I'm gonna wipe my finger. I'm going to use this lovely shimmer green color, which is Crown. Ooh, that's super pretty. And on the skin, it looks a lot more gold. In the pan, it looks green. I don't know if you can tell from where I'm sitting. This. Like so. I think I'm just going to do the swatches and then show you which one's which. Next up is a Throne, which is another, I believe this is more of like an iridescent shade. It's a blue, and that's super pretty. Yes, it's much more iridescent, so it has a nice sheen to it. Next up is Primrose, which is a nice brown. Could also be used as a transition shade. So I will show you guys these right now. Alright. So as you can see, this may not be the best lighting, but here are these swatches. I will also include in a nice flash photo of each swatches so that you can really tell what they look like. Moving on, the next four we're going to do is this row right here, which is the more browns. So you have Majesty, which is a matte. That one's there. I will say these are much more pigmented than the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. The next one is Duchess. That one's a nice, like, chocolatey brown. Next up is Palace, which is a nice kind of gray toned brown. And last for this row is Prince, which is like a chestnutty red brown. So there's those four. Alright, wiping my fingers, and then we're going to wipe these off. Like I said, I will include the flash pictures with the swatches so you can actually see what they look like, not in bad lighting. So next, we're going to do the next two rows. This row is completely shimmers and or foils. I'm not sure. They appear to be either shimmer or foil. And then the next row is matte. So we're going to go in with Lord. I think we'll just do it like this. Lord, that one is super pigmented. You can't even see how gorgeous that one is. Next is, make sure my finger's clean, Imperial. So if you haven't been able to figure out, all of the shades have a royal themed names to them. Next up is High Tea, which is that one there. You can't really see. Next up is Honor. This row, I will say, is like buttery and goes on so smooth. Like, this is way better than like Morphe shadows. Alright, next up we're going to do the fourth row. So next is Lady, which is a beautiful matte pink. Next is Monarch, which is like an olive green. I'm definitely looking forward to making a lot of looks with these. Next is Empress. Let's do it here. Empress. And last but not least is Emperor, which is kind of like a mustardy brown. This one's super pretty. Alright, moving on. And just for a heads up, the colors I used today were Lady, which is that pink color. For my crease, Rain, which was the light transition color. And I used the next shade I'm going to put, which is Regal, which is a beautiful burgundy shade, and Princess, which is a beautiful foil shimmer burgundy. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys those next. So final four is Regal,
Why do you think I know what to buy drugs?
Well, apparently you know how to detox someone from drugs.
Enchanted,
And 2 roommates in a row who went through this.
and Aristocrat, which is also a shimmer. Do that here. Aristocrat, which is there, and last but not least, Princess, which is that one. I will show you what all these look like on my arms. So you can see just on my arm what the shadows look like. I'm gonna wipe these off real quick, and then I will give my final impression of this palette, the shades, as far as the colors, and pigmentation, and the ease of use, the applicability. So overall, I believe that let's not drop it. So the Royal Affair palette, in my opinion, has absolutely beautiful shades. I love the color story here. That's what it was. I was trying to think of it on my Instagram. Color story. They have a great amount of mattes and shimmers, nudes, and colorful colors as well. I think there's a lot of colors in this palette that you can mix and match and do lots of things that you probably wouldn't even think of. I definitely would love to see this shade Monarch in a look with like maybe Duchess or Prince, because that's like an olive green color, and then you've got this rich brown, so I think that would be really, really great. As far as the pigmentation, all these shadows are really, really pigmented. You definitely get your money's worth for this palette. Each one is slightly more than a gram. And as far as like the ease of use, just with my fingers, you know, barely doing one circular swatch like that, they come out very pigmented. I had clean fingers, clean arms, so I'm not using primer, I'm not using concealer or anything like that, and they went on beautifully. When I used it on my eyes earlier, the shadows went on flawlessly. I will say with the lighter shades that I did use, the 2 lighter shades, Rain and Lady, being that they are lighter colors, they were very buildable in how I wanted them to be. I used Regal and Princess on my main lid area, and they went on beautifully pigmented and these all felt buttery smooth, especially the shimmer foil colors in this. I highly, highly recommend you go and check out the Royal Affair palette. Thank you guys for watching so much. This was my first impressions / review and swatches of the Royal Affair palette. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to check out these lashes, I will have the link down in the description below, same as my Instagram. And don't forget, I used Afterpay for my BH Cosmetics order, so definitely go and check out Afterpay as well, because you can get orders, clothing, beauty, and much other categories of stuff for a much more affordable price. Alright, thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye.